You say you don't have time for learning English, but somehow you found 3 hours for Instagram yesterday.
I do not need to be called out this hard before my first coffee.
If that sounds like you, good.
And the worst part, you can't even remember what you watched. That guilty feeling after, like, you just wasted 3 hours and you feel exhausted without even moving an inch.
There are 4 traps that steal your time, and you don't even see them. But today, we're going to find every single one and fix them.
Okay, I'm listening. Show me where my evenings are going.
Hello, English learners. Welcome to the Two English Mugs podcast, your cozy corner to practice English through real conversations. I'm Emma.
And I'm Josh, your fellow evening waster, here to learn how to escape the traps with you.
Let's do a quick level check. This is B1 Intermediate English, but beginners, you're completely welcome too.
Don't worry, we go slow. If a hard word comes up, we explain it on the go. No pressure.
So let's talk about yesterday evening. Walk me through it. You finished work, you packed up your things.
Yeah, I left the office around 6, and it was just one of those really long, crazy days.
We all know that feeling. You're just totally drained.
Exactly. My legs felt heavy. So I walked through my front door, dropped my keys, and I thought, I'll just sit on the couch for 2 minutes.
Just to rest for a tiny bit.
Right, just to catch my breath before I start studying English. So I sit down, I take out my phone, and
What time was it when you finally looked up from the screen?
It was 11:30 at night.
11:30, so you basically blinked and your whole evening was gone.
It felt exactly like that. And then today, when a friend asked me why I didn't finish my English homework, you know what I told them.
Let me guess. You gave the standard answer. Work was crazy. I had no time.
Yes, I said I didn't have time. It honestly felt true in the moment.
And that, right there, brings us to our very first trap. We call it the blame game.
The blame game. What exactly does that mean?
Well, let's look at the math first. You got home and sat on that comfy couch at, let's say, 6:30, and you scrolled until 11:30.
Oh, no. I see where this is going.
That is 5 full hours. You had 5 hours of free time. The time definitely existed.
Okay, yes, the math does not make me look good.
So why does your brain tell everyone that you didn't have time? It's because of the word blame.
Blame. Like saying it's someone else's fault.
Exactly. It feels really uncomfortable to say, I wasted 5 hours. So to feel better, your brain points the finger outward. You blame the clock. You blame your busy schedule.
Wow. Yeah, I do that. Because if it's the schedule's fault, then it isn't my fault.
Right. And when you do that, you turn yourself into a victim.
A victim. For our listeners, a victim is someone who has bad things happen to them, right? Someone who has no control over a situation.
Spot on. Saying I had no time makes you feel like a helpless victim, like the clock just stole your evening and you had no power to stop it.
That is so true. It feels comfortable to be the victim because then I don't have to feel bad about my choices.
But it's dangerous because a victim has no power to change anything. If the clock is the boss, you can't win.
Okay, that makes sense. So how do I stop playing this game?
You use a tool called a reframe.
A reframe, like putting a new frame on an old picture.
Exactly like that.
Yeah.
You look at the exact same situation from a completely different angle. You have to change the words you say.
Okay, I'm ready. What words do I need to say?
Instead of saying, I had no time, I want you to look in the mirror and say out loud, I chose to scroll on my phone instead of studying.
Ouch. Wow, that actually really stings.
I know, right? It feels a bit sharp.
It really does. Saying I chose to scroll makes me realize I'm not a victim at all. I'm just making really bad choices.
But think about the bright side. If you are the one making the choice to scroll, that means you have the power to make a completely different choice tomorrow.
Oh, I see. If it's my choice, I can just choose differently. I have my power back.
Exactly. And by the way, if you want to remember these words like victim, blame, and reframe, don't forget to grab the free PDF transcript in the episode description.
Yes. You can read along while you listen, which is the best way to catch all this vocabulary.
Okay, so you've taken your power back, you realize you make the choices, but sometimes, even when we try to make the best choices, we still fail.
Oh, definitely. Like, I get really motivated sometimes. I tell myself, okay, tonight is the night I am going to be so productive.
Let me hear this grand plan of yours. What do you decide to do?
Well, I tell myself, I'm going to study English for an hour, then I'm going to clean the entire kitchen, then read 3 chapters of my book, and then go to sleep early.
That is a massive list of tasks.
It sounds so good in my head. But then I get home, I look at that list, and I freeze. I end up doing nothing at all.
That is trap number 2. We call it the mountain.
The mountain. Because my list of tasks is as tall as Mount Everest.
Exactly. Your brain is already tired from work. When you show it a giant mountain of tasks, it feels totally overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed, meaning it's just too much to handle, right? Like a wave crashing over me.
Spot on. When the brain feels overwhelmed by the giant size of the tasks, it just freezes. It refuses to take even one step.
That explains so much. It's like my brain just says, nope, too hard, we're going to lie down instead.
Think about doing your laundry. If you look at a giant, messy pile of clothes on your bed and say, I have to fold this whole giant pile, what happens?
I literally turn around, walk out of the room, and shut the door.
We all do. But what if you change the goal? What if you tell yourself, I am only going to fold one single shirt?
Well, folding one shirt is easy. I can do that in like 10 seconds.
Exactly. You do it in 10 seconds. And once you fold that first shirt, you build up momentum.
Momentum. Like a snowball rolling down a hill. Once it starts moving, it gets faster and easier to keep going.
That's a perfect way to explain it. Doing one tiny thing makes the next thing easier. You fold one shirt, and suddenly you folded 6.
Okay, so my grand plan for the evening was basically a giant pile of laundry. It was just too big.
Right. So the fix for the mountain is one tiny action. You have to make the first step so small that your brain can't argue with it.
So instead of saying, I will study English for an hour, what should I say?
You use a trick called habit stacking.
Habit stacking. What does that mean?
It means putting a brand new, tiny habit directly on top of an old, automatic habit, something you already do every single day without thinking.
Okay, well, I brush my teeth every night without thinking about it.
Perfect. So your new rule is simply this. After I brush my teeth, I will open my English notebook.
Wait, that's it? I don't even have to read it.
That's it. Just brush your teeth, walk to your desk, and open the notebook. The action is so tiny, you'll do it before your tired brain can even freeze.
I love that.
Uh,
Brushing my teeth is the old habit, and opening the notebook is the new tiny habit stacked right on top. That is completely doable.
Exactly. So let's picture it. You brushed your teeth, you opened your notebook, you sat down, you are feeling great.
I'm feeling like a champion. I beat the mountain.
But then, right next to your notebook, your phone buzzes. Just one tiny notification.
Oh, no. I know this story. I tell myself, I just want to check this one message.
And what happens next?
30 minutes later, I am watching a video of a guy reviewing vacuum cleaners in slow motion.
Vacuum cleaners? Seriously?
Yes, and I don't even have carpets in my house. I just couldn't stop watching.
Welcome to trap number 3, the rabbit hole.
The rabbit hole, meaning you fall down, 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 and you can't find your way out.
Exactly. One tiny tap on your screen leads to an hour of lost time. And it's not because you are weak. It's because of how these apps are built.
Wait, really? It's not my fault.
Not entirely. Think about reading a physical paper book. When you finish a chapter, what do you see?
You see a blank page before the next chapter starts.
Right. That blank page is a natural cue.
A cue, like a signal to your brain.
Yes, a stopping cue. It asks your brain, do you want to stop reading now or keep going?
Oh, I see. But when I'm watching short videos on my phone, there are no chapters. The next video just plays automatically.
Precisely. Social media completely removes stopping cues. They use something called the infinite scroll.
Infinite meaning it never, ever ends.
Right. The infinite scroll was designed by engineers to never give your brain a cue to stop. It never asks if you want to leave.
So it's basically a trap designed to keep my eyes glued to the screen forever. That's actually kind of scary.
It is. So you can't just try to use your willpower. You need something stronger. You need environment design.
Environment design. So Changing the physical room around me.
Exactly. Let me ask you this. If a stranger walked into your house every single night to steal your things, would you stand in the hallway and physically fight them every night?
No way. That sounds exhausting. I would just lock the front door.
Exactly. You lock the door. Well, your phone is the stranger stealing your time. Don't fight it in the moment. Just lock the door.
So how do I lock the door on my phone?
You change your environment. You lock the phone in another room, like the kitchen, before you even open your notebook.
Before I open the notebook. So it's not even in the bedroom with me.
Right. You make it physically difficult to check your phone.
But wait, I have a problem with this. I use my phone as my alarm clock. It has to be next to my bed.
Ah, yes. The classic alarm clock excuse. I hear this all the time.
It's not an excuse, it's a real problem. How do I wake up without my phone?
The solution is incredibly simple. You go to a shop and you buy a $5 digital clock for your bedroom.
A $5 clock.
Yes. Think about it. You are spending $5 to save 4 hours of your life every single night.
Wow. When you put it that way, spending $5 to save all that time,
Yeah.
that is honestly the best deal ever.
It really is. It takes away your very last excuse.
Okay, you win. So let's say I put my phone in the kitchen, I study my English, I do everything right.
Great job. You made it through the hard part.
And now my mind is genuinely tired. I just want to lie down on my bed and finally get some rest.
And how do you usually do that?
Well, I walk to the kitchen, grab my phone, lie down in bed, and start swiping through videos just to relax my mind before sleep.
Are you actually resting, though? This brings us to trap number 4, the drain.
The drain, like water going down the sink.
Yes. Your energy is just draining away. Because there is a huge difference between true rest and simply numbing your mind.
Numbing, like making your brain feel nothing at all.
Exactly. When your brain is super tired at the end of the day, it looks for the absolute easiest option. We call this the default.
Default, like the factory settings on a computer. The automatic choice when you don't make a decision.
Spot on. The tired brain defaults to the easiest path, which is staring at a screen. It takes 0 effort.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's so easy.
But just because it's easy doesn't mean it's restful. You're not resting, you are using it as an escape.
An escape? You mean I'm just running away from my tired feelings instead of actually fixing them?
Yes, you numb your mind instead of actually recharging your body.
Oh, wow. You know, that perfectly explains what happened to me last week. I watched 17 minutes of a documentary about the history of buttons.
Plastic buttons for clothes.
Yes, and I do not care about buttons at all. But I was so tired, my brain just defaulted to it. And afterward, I didn't feel rested. I just felt empty and guilty.
That empty, exhausting feeling is guilt. And guilt is the clearest sign that you fell into the drain.
So how do I fix this? How do I actually rest?
You have to ask yourself one single question before you sit down. Am I choosing this or just falling into it?
Am I choosing this or just falling into it? Oh, I like that. It makes me stop and think.
Right. Let me give you a simple analogy to make it super clear.
An analogy. Comparing it to something easy to understand. Go ahead.
Think of your mental energy like the battery in your smartphone. True rest, like reading a real book, going for a walk, or sleeping, is like plugging the phone into the wall. You are recharging the battery.
Okay, plugging it in gives it energy. So what is scrolling on social media?
Scrolling is like leaving 20 different apps running in the background. Your phone screen might look dark, so you think it's resting. But in the background, the battery is slowly, quietly draining all the way to 0.
Wow, that analogy is so good. I think I'm resting, but I'm actually leaving all my mental apps running in the background. My battery's just draining.
Exactly. So now we've uncovered all the invisible things stealing your evenings. Let's do a quick recap to lock this in.
Sounds good. Let's review them.
Walk me through the 4 traps, starting with number 1.
Okay, trap number 1 is the blame game. That's when I act like a victim. And the fix is a reframe. I have to say, I chose to scroll.
Perfect. What's the second one?
Trap number 2 is the mountain. Having tasks that are way too big. The fix is one tiny action, using habit stacking.
Yes, like opening your notebook after you brush your teeth. Number 3.
Trap number 3 is the rabbit hole, the infinite scroll on apps. And the fix is to lock the door, Move the phone to another room and buy a $5 clock.
Exactly. And the final one.
Trap number 4 is the drain. Escaping instead of resting. The fix is to stop and ask, am I choosing this or just falling into it?
You got 'em all. How does it feel to see them laid out like that?
Honestly, it's a huge relief. I thought that was just who I am. I thought I was just lazy. But it wasn't me, it was the traps.
It was always the traps. All right, let's slow things down and move to our vocab unwind.
My favorite part. Time to review the new words we learned today.
Exactly. We'll go through 6 words. I'll give the direct meaning and a simple analogy, and Josh, you give us a conversational example from today.
I am ready. Hit me with the first one.
Number 1, trap. A trap is something hidden that catches you unexpectedly, like a hunter catching an animal.
In conversation, it's walking right into that just one notification midnight disaster.
Oh, yeah.
You don't see it coming until it's too late.
Perfect. Number 2, reframe. This means looking at the exact same situation from a completely different angle, like putting a new frame on an old picture.
Right. So my example is saying I chose to scroll instead of I had no time. Changing the words changes the feeling.
Spot on. Number 3, the mountain. Literally a tall hill like Everest. But conversationally, it's a task list so incredibly tall that your brain just freezes.
Yes, my giant evening plan. And the fix is folding just one shirt instead of planning 4 hours of chores.
Number 4, default. In technology, it's the automatic factory setting. In our minds, it's what happens when you make no choice at all and your brain just picks the easiest, laziest path.
Which looks exactly like my hand reaching for my phone on complete autopilot.
Exactly. Number 5, escape. Usually it means running away from a prison, but today it means doing something to numb your feelings and avoid tiredness rather than truly resting.
Ah, the famous 17-minute Buttons documentary. A perfect, terrible escape.
So terrible. And our final word, number 6, awareness. This means noticing what is happening around you or inside you without judging yourself.
Like catching myself reaching for the phone, pausing and asking, am I falling into this? Just noticing it.
That's exactly it. And see, learning 6 big words from one real conversation is how real learning works.
It's way better than memorizing a textbook, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Speaking of which, creating these natural conversations takes a lot of real effort behind the scenes. We want to keep this podcast free for everyone.
Yeah, we really do.
So all we ask in return is that you take 1 second to like, subscribe, and share this with a friend who is also learning English.
It genuinely means everything to us when you do that. And please, drop a comment down below. Tell us, which trap got you this week? I know the drain got me.
Let us know in the comments. And be sure to tune in next week. We're going to talk about how to say no without feeling the guilt, without a long explanation. Just a polite, simple no.
Oh, I desperately need that one. I say yes to literally everything and everyone. I'm going to be taking notes.
It's going to be a good one. Well, this was the 2 English Mugs podcast.
I'm Josh.
I'm Emma.
And until next time, keep your English cozy.
And remember, it was never you. It was always the traps.
Bye.
Bye.